All right, so this is the 1.1 intro for Algebra 2. So we're just going to talk about key features of functions real quickly. Just a brief introduction. So as you can see here, I have a function on this graph, and I have a bunch of blue points that are highlighted. And we're going to talk about what those points mean and what's happening in different areas of the graph. So when we talk about positive or negative, when a function is positive or negative, we're basically talking, above zero. So positive is above zero. And negative is below zero. So anything under the x-axis is negative, anything above is positive. We know that from our quadrants. So if we wanted to look and see where this function was positive and where it was negative, we could say that it's negative here and here, and it's positive everything above the axis. So if we want to talk about, in set notation, and set notation is when we put the x and we use the greater than symbols, less than symbols and such. It's positive when x is between negative 10 and 6. So x is less than 6 and x is greater than negative 10. Everywhere in between is positive. And where is it negative? Well, from negative 10 onwards to the left, so when x is less than negative 10, and when x is greater than positive 6. Because they're going to continue going left and right. Okay, there's actually one exception. It's not positive at negative 3, 0. It's actually just 0, so it's not positive or negative. So let me fix that. We don't need this point in between. Let me just fix that real quickly. And we'll make this blue point here at negative 3, 1 instead. And now we definitely have all positive between negative 10 and 6. Now that's set notation. If we wanted to put it in interval notation, then it's between, and we use in parentheses, between negative 10 and 6. And the reason we use in parentheses is because at negative 10, as I just pointed out, it's not positive or negative. And at 6, 0, it's not positive or negative. And that's because these points right here are x-intercepts. Okay, x-intercepts are on the x-axis, and there's always 0 in the y spot, which we talked about in the cover-up method. Okay, so that takes care of positive and negative. Now let's talk about when things are increasing and decreasing. I'm going to clean this up a bit, and I'll be right back. Now, when we talk about functions increasing and decreasing, we have to think about time. And time always moves in this direction, left to right. Okay? And therefore, we're always going to think about what is our function doing as we go left to right. So as we go left to right, at this point right here, all the way here, up to this point at negative 6, 7 right there, it is increasing. It's also increasing from this point here as we go up this way. And then from here to here is decreasing. Same thing here. Okay. Actually, should put the arrow here. Okay, so it is increasing, okay, between, if we want to just talk about the points, we would say it's between -10, 0, and -6, 7, all right? Or we could say from -infinity up to -6, 7. And then from -3, 1 to 4, 9, it is increasing. And then the purple is where it's decreasing between -6, 7 and -3, 1, and between 4, 9 and 6, 0. So since we're always talking about x, okay, it is increasing from -infinity until you get to this cutoff point right here, -6. And again, -6, 7, it's not decreasing or increasing, it's just sitting there in space. It's also increasing from -3, right here, because we're always talking about x, to 4. On the x-axis. So it's increasing between those points. And then it's decreasing from that -6 to the -3. Again, we're using parentheses because it's not really touching. And the 4 towards positive infinity, because it's just going to keep going. And it's going to keep decreasing forever down to the right. And the last quick thing to talk about here is domain and range. The way I like to remember domain and range is it's in alphabetical order, just like X and Y is, just like I and O is for input and output. So the domain, being the X values, is left and right, and the range, being our Y values, is up and down. So when we look about, let's say, something like this. Okay, so the domain, how far left does it go? We're asking how far left does it go? Well, it goes -1, -2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -6, and it hits -6. And the range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it goes until 9, but it does not include 9. And then the range, how low does it go? Well, it hits 0. And how high does it go? Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. And that should be a bracket because it does hit there. There's a point there. So again, domain is left and right, and range is up and down.